Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is a fun dissection of the Amsterdam Dinner from Hell, oh yeah, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills iconic dinner, we are going to go through how that dinner foreshadowed all of the drama, all of the downfall, all of everybody being exposed currently during this current last season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and all the other drama that went along with it. But before we watch and then dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and shop our love collection. So with that, you guys, a warm welcome to all the Candy Canes who are watching. So let's watch part 1 of the Amsterdam Dinner from Hell. Then we will watch part 2, and then I will go through the top 5 moments or the top 5 ways that Amsterdam dinner foreshadowed the downfall and everyone being exposed of what's currently going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, you guys? So we're going to watch part 1 now. Let me get that file ready for you guys. All right, so here's part 1.
Oh no.
It's emotional.
Stop. It's okay. It's all good.
Why is he emotional? It's so long ago, but I lost my sister when I was 6 to a drug overdose and alcohol.
My sister died of a seconal and alcohol overdose, and she was 21. So I have really deep-rooted issues about people dying from alcohol and drug overdoses. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood.
I didn't really process it, so I'm so terrified of my own children and everyone.
Yeah.
You know, if I ever come across too strong about anything, I definitely have a fear of it, and an Achilles heel, and I'm sorry if I've ever, gotten into your business. I never meant to. I only wanted to.
Well, you have.
Gotten into your business?
Yes, you have. And we've discussed that.
I only meant to help.
Lisa, I have been sober for 3 years. And in 3 years, my friends right here and my family have not ever seen me like that in 3 years.
But I saw you like that.
I said that night I had taken something for pain, and it obviously didn't work for me. And let me finish. And I said that. It didn't react to me. The next day I ended up in the hospital for a week. If any of my friends right here had seen that more than once in 3 years, my friends, my sister would have come to me and they would have been concerned. You have gone around to everybody and talked to them.
How do you know I've gone around to everybody?
And you too.
Don't point your finger at me, Kim.
And you two asking where I've gone to treatment. Do I have a sponsor?
Well, we've asked you.
You asked me if I was okay, and I said I am
if you were in meetings.
And I told you on the plane,
Kim,
I am fine.
we care about you.
I'm concerned about you. First of all, let's not talk about. Excuse me. I'm concerned about you at your situation at home. You want to bring out my stuff? Let's talk about your home life. Excuse me, I'm not talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to
Excuse
you.
me. Shame on you. About it. I'm not talking to you.
And I'm talking
Shut
to
your
you.
f***ing mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast.
Beast?
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare me?
You came into my home.
And I apologize.
Actually,
and in
you
3
didn't.
years,
Actually, you didn't.
I don't like you.
Guess
like
what?
you.
I don't particularly like you either.
good.
I can't find one damn thing to like.
Okay, you guys, so that was part 1 of the Amsterdam Dinner from Hell. Okay, that was part one. As we've seen, a lot of things have already been foreshadowed. Don't worry, we're going to go through each point. But now let's watch part two. Let's watch the end of that Amsterdam dinner, and then we're going to get into it. Then I'm going to go through how that dinner has really foreshadowed all of the BS and the drama and the darkness that have happened over this past season. Okay, so now let's watch part two. Let me take that banner down real quick. Okay, and now we're going to watch part two. All right, you guys, here we go.
Never found one thing to like about you. I did nothing. From your hair to your face to your attitude.
I don't know where this hatred is coming from. It's pure evil.
What is wrong with you? Kyle, shush up. You should have said right from the beginning, in 3 years I have been okay. I talked to him on the plane and you're like this.
Yeah, because I wouldn't act like this, Kim. You want me to defend you even though you're acting like that? I'm not
You know, I've never needed you to defend me because you've never have.
Kim, yes, I have. She does defend you, Kim. She does defend you 1,000%.
She defends me more than you do. Kathy would not ever act like this.
Kim.
Kathy would have my back like a real sister. You have been doing this to me for years.
It's not okay to talk to your
You
sister
don't
or anyone like
understand
that.
You don't understand the relationship.
No,
with
I
my
don't, but
sister.
it's not okay to talk to anyone like that, Kim. It's just not okay. Your behavior's not okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's not okay.
Why don't you have a piece of bread and maybe you'll calm down a little?
Shame on
for
you. You're
God's sake,
disgusting,
come on.
Kim.
Please. Can I interfere 1 second? I understand your sensitivity because you've worked really hard for 3 years. When I talked to her, she said, Yolanda, I've lost 2 brother-in-laws. My husband has only been sober for 3 years.
Oh, wait, excuse me? Did you just say let's talk about the husband?
Let's not talk about what you don't want to help.
You know what?
You're
Let me
a
tell you
scary,
something. Don't
vicious
ever
human being.
don't touch
Just
my
saying.
husband. Ever.
Just saying.
Don't you
Ever. You don't want out for everybody to know. You better watch what you talk about me or everybody will know.
Never
Everybody
go
will
near
know.
my husband.
Everybody will know.
You understand that?
Everybody
Never
will
go
know.
after my
Everybody
husband.
will know what you don't want.
Coming up.
She lies about me, and all I said was I was going to tell the truth about her life. You want me to defend her? She's lying about me.
Never
Everybody
go
will
near
know.
my husband.
Everybody will know.
You understand that?
Everybody
Never
will
go
know.
after my
Everybody will know what you don't want.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't you go near my husband ever.
I lost my marbles. What the does Kim Richards know? What does she know about Harry? What did he do? She doesn't even know my husband.
I'm sorry, but she can't lie about me, or I'll tell something that is true.
It's okay. I know you came from a good place. I know. Please, don't cry, please.
Go after your new friend, Kyle.
Oh, Kim, stop. How can I defend your behavior when you act like this?
What are you talking about? She lies about me, and all I said was I was going to tell the truth about her life.
You want me to defend you?
She's lying about me.
Indefensible.
She's lying about me.
Oof, ooh, ooh, ooh. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. All right, you guys. So I went through and I broke down what I saw, the top 5 things that happened during that Amsterdam dinner from hell that is now being repeated in the current season, currently, and what's going on, okay? Now, you guys know I love a chart. So don't worry, I got you, boo. I got the chart. All right, so this is number 1. Lisa Rinna weaponizing grief to justify her evil behavior. As we just saw in the Amsterdam dinner, again, condolences to anyone who's ever lost a parent or a sibling, and also respect and love to anybody who's ever battled addiction. However, Lisa Rinna using the death of her sister to justify going after Kim Richards, lying on Kim, going around, trying to take Kim down, having that evil, vile, poor behavior, sounds very familiar to Lisa Rinna current day, using the death of her mother to justify going after Sutton, Garcelle, Kathy, being a quote, double disaster on social media. I haven't grieved properly. Recycling that same storyline BS. Your grief does not justify lying on people, trying to defame their character, swearing at people, telling Sutton you're gonna cut her down and get the F out of your house, saying to Kim Richards, with the wine glass, gonna shank her. That has unfortunately that you lost your sister and your mom, but guess what? At some point, everybody loses somebody that they love, does not justify your piss poor behavior, Lisa Rinna. Same exact storyline, right? Same exact storyline. All right, number two, discrediting and exaggerating addictions and disorders, right? So in the Amsterdam dinner, Lisa Rinna and Eileen Davis, like Kim said, going around asking body behind Kim's back. Oh, does she have a sponsor? Where does she go to treatment? Saying she's close to death. Has she fallen off the wagon? What's wrong with Kim? Blah, 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 right? Right? Current day. Didn't the Fox Force 5 try to do the same exact thing to Crystal when it came to her ED? Behind her back, asking, being like, well, why hasn't she gotten help yet? Yeah, she told me she never got help. She has all the means in the world. Why doesn't she get help, And then Dorit being like, well, she told me she's purging every day, blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. And then being like, oh, we're hearing different stories about what she's going on. Again, trying to discredit Crystal's ED story, right? It's a lot. And Sarah Real Talk has a very good point. Again, on number 2, don't forget about the cancer story she tried to push with Lisa Rinna. It's insane. It's a good, very good point, Sarah. Okay, now let's see. Number 3, you guys. Lisa Rinna's fake tears. Again, at the Amsterdam dinner, she's trying to cry, but she cannot shed an actual tear. She mustered up that one single tear during the bunny situation, but she's talking about the death of her sister. She's talking about all these traumatic things. I didn't see a single genuine tear come down her eye. It was just that fake soapy cry that she tries to do all of the time that nobody believes, right? That nobody tries to believe. Eileen has a very also good point. Rinna also tried to discredit Yolanda too with the Munchausen situation. Exactly, right? Rinna cannot shed one actual tear. Now, fast forward to current day. Remember at the Homeless Not Toothless dinner, when Lisa Rinna lost her freaking mind on Sutton and then faked having a breakdown. Again, she couldn't muster any tear. Fake hyperventilating. I'm doing my best. I'm just trying to live without my mom. Shut up, Lisa Rinna. Nobody believed that fake breakdown. You didn't have a single tear. Lisa Rinna does this BS continuously. That's why Eileen gets the Emmys and Lisa Rinna hasn't had an acting job probably since I was born. Get out of here, Rinna. Get out of here. Okay, number 4. Let's talk about the husbands, right? So Kim Richards calling out Lisa Rinna's disturbing home life, okay? So at the Amsterdam dinner, Kim threatens to expose what's really going on with Lisa Rinna's, quote, situation at home. So let's talk about the husbands. Did you also catch that Yolanda said Harry Hamlin had only been sober for 3 years at the time of the Amsterdam dinner? And isn't it ironic that that is the same exact amount of time that Kim Richards had been sober for 3 years? Were they dipping it and doing it? You know, did they have the same addiction? Did they do the same drugs and alcohol, this, that, and the third? You know, don't forget, Harry Hamlin was also an actor coming up in that time. And Kim Richards was that girl. You know, those people were doing Robbie Downey Jr. He's been very vocal about his addiction. All of those actors during that time, I don't know all their names and all that stuff, but like during that time, you know, Kim was that girl. Robbie Downey Jr. was that guy. Harry Hamlin was on different shows and doing all of that. They all probably were dipping it and doing it, you know, with drugs and alcohol and abuse. You know, Harry has struggled with his own sobriety. But yet Lisa Rinna didn't want to talk about that, but she wanted to talk about Kim, right? And they both happen to be sober for exactly 3 years. Let's talk about it. But then let's talk about all the other stuff, right? Let's talk about current day, all they see on Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin, you know, disturbing life being exposed. Harry Hamlin is, again, everything is rumored, opinion-based, and alleged. Harry Hamlin is rumored to be living in Canada with his boyfriend, and, you know, gay rumors have surfaced and swirled. Again, anytime we talk about sexuality or identity on my channel, it's never from a place of disrespect or mocking. We're just talking about what is being said about someone. You know, one sexuality is not better or worse than or that. So I want to be very respectful to the gay community as a whole. Anytime we talk about that stuff, it's not to be disrespectful, okay? Next, we have Lisa Rinna's house has rats. I mean, hey, maybe her situation at home was she couldn't afford an exterminator. You know, Lisa Rinna's home is rumored to be mortgaged multiple times. You know, Harry Hamlin is rumored to be selling off land in Canada due to financial issues. You know, they're rumored to owe $1.3 million in taxes. I would be selling my land off too if I owed the IRS $1.3 million in taxes. You know, let's see what else. Harry Hamlin and his daughters get major backlash over their sexy and inappropriate photos. That sparked a big concern. What's going on at home? They were, in my personal opinion, those photos were creepy as hell. I don't care if they were at Fashion Week. Whatever situation you're in does not take away from the fact that that is your daughter. And the way he was looking at her and touching her and caressing her in that photo was nasty to me. It was nasty. In my personal opinion, I'm not saying anything happened. I don't know these people. But in my personal opinion, there is no situation where the way he was rubbed up and hugged up on her would be appropriate when that is your daughter. Okay? So that opened up a bunch of questions like, well, how come the daughters are so, you know what I mean? All right. Now, don't forget also, which has come to light, Rinna and Harry Hamlin alleged threatened and assaulted the actress Julian Phillips. You know, there's been allegations about what he did to her and all of that stuff, you know, against her will and beating her up. And then Lisa Rinna coming in to threaten her too and basically ran her out of town. You know, there's been those rumors. Don't forget that Harry Hamlin got kicked out of college for running a brothel. You know, he got kicked out of college for that. The allegations was that he was selling rooms where people could go in and, you know, exchange sex for money. You know, he's basically running a pimp house out of college and he got kicked out. Don't forget, Lisa Rinna was in the book Room 23. Again, that's rumored to be a high class prostitution call book. You know, you flip through the book and you pick who you want and you pay Diana Jenkins and she sends them off to you, you know, allegedly rumored. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is what is alleged, okay? Now, don't forget, Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin's racist photos and actions come to light. You know, them dressing up as Sid and Nancy, wearing the, you know, hateful sign and Sigma. We can go on and on and on about Lisa Rinna being racist and microaggressions, what she said to Star Jones, calling her a gorilla, thugs and cocktails about Dionne Warwick, you know, her calling the TMZ cameraman a thug or whatever because he was Hispanic, like just crazy stuff, right? Going after Garcelle, you know, saying, oh, if we go after Garcelle, she's racist. You P words, go watch Dubai. You know, I'm not worried about you hoes, this, that, and the third. There's been so many. And also don't forget about Harry Hamlin. You know, in his memoir, he talked about when he was a kid being enamored with Hitler and how he wrote his own like little stories about Miankov. and he got kicked out of his school for all of that stuff. He talked about not having to look at, Black women in Africa with their saggy boobs and all of this stuff. Like, he is also extremely problematic. All you have to do is do a quick Googling search, and all of this stuff he said that was very racist and scary popped up as well, There was also allegations of DV, domestic disturbances, you know what I'm saying, between Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin emerged. Again, I'm not saying this is the truth. I'm saying these are the allegations. There were allegations that Lisa would fight Harry and Harry would fight Lisa. Those are the allegations. I'm not saying they're true. I'm saying that's what's out there in the world, okay? Also, don't forget, daughter Amelia suffers with mental health issues and ED issues. Daughter Delilah suffers from an overdose, addiction to prescription drugs. She goes to rehab, or whatever she wanted to call it, her self-care spa for a week, but it was a rehab, allegedly, okay? Crying on IG, talking about, she needs parental support and financial support in order to go to trauma therapy. And also daughter Amelia coming out saying she never wanted to be on the show. She never wanted to talk about her AD, but Lisa Rinna forced her to do it. So Kim Richards foreshadowed a lot of stuff, because to be honest, I never knew any of this stuff about Lisa Rinna until like the last few years or months or whatever since I've been doing this, since I did a little bit of a deep dive. So Kim really called this stuff out, how dark Lisa Rinna really is, right? How dark she really, really is. Now, let's get to number 5, Kyle Richards not having her sister's back. Did you see Lisa Rinna's face when Kyle was coming at Kim and defending her? She looked so smug. She looked like, yeah, I got this. It was so gross. Amsterdam dinner. Kyle Richards turns her back against her own sister and defends Lisa Rinna. And then later, she blames it on having anxiety. Like Kim said, Kathy would have my back like a real sister would. Current day. It's the same old story. Kyle Richards turning her back against her own sister, Kathy Hilton, while defending Lisa Rinna and Erica Jane Girardi. And then later, what does she do? She blames it on having anxiety, right? Kathy Hilton actually defended Kim Richards at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion like a real sister would. If that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what the hell is. Kyle was disgusting to me in the Amsterdam dinner. She was also disgusting to me this entire season. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And also, did you guys check the way that Kyle was looking at Kim with those like weird looks and like all that stuff? The same exact way she kept looking at Kathy this season and was looking at Kathy at the reunion. So Kim or Kyle, if you have such an issue with your sisters, maybe the issue is you, because you treated both of them dirty as hell. Dirty as hell. And then also don't forget Kim saying, Brandy defends me more than you do. Kind of reminds me of Kathy being closer to Garcelle than Kyle, and Garcelle defending Kathy more than Kyle. Because if we're really going to get into it, at the finale, Garcelle was the one who really kept pushing it. She kept pushing it. Oh, let's talk about it. What's going on in the blogs and everything, right? So crazy, crazy, crazy. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 ways that the Amsterdam dinner from hell foreshadowed the downfall, everyone being exposed, exactly what's been going on this past season and currently what's been happening. But I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to do my quick outro for the people watching on the replay, but my candy canes, stick around because I'm going to read your comments right after. So I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comment box down below. Do you think that the Amsterdam dinner from hell really did foreshadow and expose all of these women, particularly Kyle Richards and Lisa Rinna, for the recycled storylines, for the lies, for just kind of being awful. And then is Kim Richards vindicated? Is she vindicated? She wanted to talk about the husband. She wanted to talk about Lisa Rinna's situation at home. And she said to Kyle, Kathy would defend me like a real sister would. And she has, and she did. So put it down below what your thoughts are. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out our description box down below and shop our love collection. We have mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, dresses, candles. We got a lot going on down there. So go ahead and shop that love collection down below. So with that, you guys, now let's get into some of your candy cane comments.